Hey there, Knolly Williams here, founder of the Success with Listings Complete System, the Seller Guide and Toolkit. Now in this video, I want to walk you through how to edit the cover of your seller guide. It's super duper simple. It's in Microsoft Word, so it's going to be easy for you to edit. Now, what I want to show you here, I've got several sample books. The cover of the book can look like whatever you want it to look like. I mean, literally they come in all different configurations. For example, this one just says just sold, and then they've got their picture on the back. I've got another one here that has a picture of their sign, one of the signs that they use, and then they've got some information that they have on the back there. Here's another one. This is mine here, and of course I've got my sponsors, because you know I don't like to pay for this, so I've got my sponsors on the back that pay for the entire thing. Remember, there's no cost to you because your sponsors pay it all. Here's one that really follows the template that I give you. And so I'm going to work with you today to put your cover together, not just the front cover, but the back cover, make it super easy for you to do. One of the things that you'll notice, here's by the way, here's another example. Now this is a custom cover, and you can have a custom cover done for just about 20 bucks. You can get that on Fiverr, Fiverr.com. And I've got a couple of links in my support page that will link to some of the Fiverr artists that we like that will do a custom cover for you for about $20 and make it look real nice for you. If you don't want to spend that, then I've got together a template that is already done, and all you've got to do is snap, your picture in, change some of the text, change your trades on the back, and that's it. Now you've got your own book and you're done. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through how to do that right now. Now, before we do, remember, if you don't have Microsoft Word, everything's in Microsoft Word. So if you don't have Microsoft Word, it's not a big deal. There's a link that I have on the support page where you can download Microsoft Word, or you can go and get Microsoft Word. It's a subscription plan, or you can just Google Microsoft Word. The subscription is 10 bucks a month, okay, as of this video. It's like $9.95 a month, and you can get it for 30 days, and then you can cancel within 30 days. You don't pay a dime if you don't want to keep Word. Now, I like Word. Some of you don't use Word, so you don't really need it long term. Just get it, make your edits to the book, make your edits to the cover, and then cancel your subscription, okay? So one other thing I want to mention is that when these books are printed, sometimes they'll jump around on the press, okay? So on a printing press, essentially when the printing is happening and those covers are being printed, there's a little bit of movement happening. So if you have a thick book like this one, okay, it's a nice thick book, so it's easy for them to put the spine in big letters. This is a small book. It's a thin read. It's 80 pages. So if you notice, some of these have a spine and some don't. Like this one does not have a spine, okay? John's book doesn't have a spine. This book does have a spine. And I mean, they all have spines, but they have writing, they have type printed on the spine of that one. So it's very difficult for the printer to get that print just right, right there in the middle. So if you want to just delete the text on the spine, that's fine. I mean, most of the people that do the book, they don't put any text on the spine. I just wanted to mention that to you because sometimes I've got some of my students that make a big deal out of that spine because it might be a little off when they get it back from printing. Some of the books might just be perfect, and some are just a little bit off because it will jump around on the press. Okay, so let's get started. Let me show you how to go ahead and edit this book. So now I've got the book pulled up, the book cover pulled up, and I'm just going to go to town and do a little editing. So this is the ultimate guide to selling your home. Remember, you can move this stuff around however you want. You can highlight, you can change the font to something else if you want to. Let's look for something different here. I like the beefy fonts like Impact, you know. You can change the font color. You can do whatever you want, okay? Go over here. You change your, let's say, I'm going to do a book for one of my agents, Gilma, okay? So we're going to say list with Gilma. Down here, I'm going to put her name, Gilma Fuentes, or Gilma Fuentes is probably more. Now, when you're changing the picture, what you want to do is you're going to right click, or if you're using a Mac like I am, you're just going to use 2 fingers on the trackpad if you're using a MacBook. And you're going to click on there, and when that option box pops up, you're going to go to change picture. Okay? Then you're going to go to the picture you want and insert it. Now, make sure that you're using a high resolution photo. Let me do that again here. Change picture. Let me do it with this one. Okay, go to insert, and there. It's going to change the picture out to whatever one that you want. Remember, you can make a lot of different, you can format this picture however you want. You can do different formatting to it. You could put a border around it and do all kinds of stuff. If you double click on the picture, you'll notice that it brings up the different options box where you can make different, you can select different kinds of backgrounds or effects, if you will, for your photo. There's one with a little vignette on it. So essentially what I'm doing here is I'm just double clicking the picture, and that's bringing up my picture format section. And then I'm just changing to see which format I like best. Okay. Or you can leave it with no format if you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, I think I like that one. And then, so the front cover's done. That's it. Now, let's look at the spine. You're going to click on the spine. Sometimes you have to double click. It's a little bit tricky. And it'll come up, and then you can just change the text. And you'll notice that since the spine is there, obviously the text is at a 90-degree angle. When you click on it, it'll put it at a 0-degree angle so you can go ahead and edit it. And then when you click anywhere else, it'll pop it back where it's supposed to go. Okay, so let's go to the back and edit some of this stuff. So your city, you could easily edit that. So I've got Austin. Obviously, I'm in Austin, Texas. But you can change it to whatever you want. It could be Boston. And then your trades can be whatever you want. Remember, you get 6 trades. You charge them 99 bucks a piece, and they obviously they pay for the entire licensing fee. So handyman service, you can go John's Handiwork. And then you can change the phone number. And then add a little website. And there you go. You just go and change each of these. These are the recommended trades: handyman, home inspector, house cleaning, carpet cleaning, moving service, and painter. Those are the 6 trades that I typically recommend, but you can use any trades that you want on the back. Now the next section, oh, and by the way, you can change these backgrounds too. So if I wanted to change the background color from yellow, what I would do is I would double click on this. That would take me to my shape format box. Let's say, for example, if I was over here, if I was on the home screen, for example, I can go to the box that I want to change, double click on it, and it'll bring me over to the shape format selection box or selection menu. Now I want to go to shape fill, and then I can change that fill to whatever I want. See that? Okay. Now if I had it like, if I wanted a darker background, obviously I would take that text and go back to the home, and then go to my text color, and I can make that white. See how I did that? Okay. So I just want to show you, I'm going to hit the undo key a few times, go back where we were. But I want to show you that anything's possible. You can do whatever you want with this. Okay, so let's go to the mortgage lender box. First thing I'm going to do is change this picture. I'm really going to keep all the text here the same, except I'm going to change a few things. First, I'm going to change the picture. Again, you're going to right click, or you're going to use two fingers to click on the trackpad if you're using a MacBook. And I'm going to go to change picture. And I'm just going to pop whatever other picture I've got in there, okay? See, you can do whatever you want. Now, let's look at the logo. Again, I'm going to go to change picture, and I can pop in whatever logo that I want. I've got a few different ones here. And there we have it, okay? Now, let's go to the very bottom. This again is going to be Gilma here. So I'm going to change picture. And put in her website. Now, if you notice that you don't have enough room for your text, it's easy. Just select all the text and then just make the text size smaller. Just click the next smallest text size. And you can move this over. This looks like I want to have it moved over just a little bit here. Remember, don't feel free. I could even take the www off because it's not necessary. That way I can have this be a little bit bigger. There we go. I like that a little better. All right. And there it is. That is the cover. It's already completely designed. Again, I changed the front of the cover. I changed the spine. I changed this section up here. Change all your trades. You can change your mortgage company and then change your information down here and you're done, okay? All you've got to do is PDF this, and the way you do that is you go to File, Print, and then when the print menu comes up, click right down here in the top, lower left, save as PDF, and then it'll save that back cover as a PDF, okay, wherever you want to save it at. I'm going to save it, Gilma, and there it is. Now that's how simple it is to go ahead and edit your cover in Microsoft Word. Let me show you one other thing that sometimes these boxes can be a little tricky. Look at this. If you want to move one of these boxes around, you'll notice that if your snapping is set, by the way, every now and then I'll click something and it'll do something that I don't want it to do, and I just on a Mac I can just hit Command Z and it'll go right back to what was before. Okay. If you're not using a Mac, you can do the same thing on a PC. I can't remember the configuration for the PC. I've been on a Mac too long. But you can also click this undo button up here. This is the redo arrow, and this is the undo arrow. So if you accidentally make a mistake and oops, I dragged something where I don't want it to go, you just click the undo and it'll take it back. It'll undo your last move. Or your last, if you keep clicking it, it'll keep going back as many. It'll also keep a memory of all the moves that you've made. So you can go in and tweak those moves that you didn't want to do. Just a tip there. And the other tip I wanted to show you was a lot of times when you're moving boxes around, they snap. See that? It's just jumping around on me. Okay. You'll have to kind of move it around to see what I'm talking about. I'll show you the same thing with the photo. See, it's just, I'm moving, but it's only giving me incremental moves. And so if you want more precision, hold down the command key while you move, okay? And that'll allow you to move very smoothly. What it does is it temporarily turns off the snapping feature. Now, if you don't have snapping on, I always keep snapping on in Word because I like things to kind of line up well. But for some things I don't want snapping on. I don't want that snapping feature on, so you can easily turn it off. So again, some handy tricks on and tips and tidbits on designing your book cover. Remember, you can make your book look like whatever you want it to look like. It doesn't matter. So hopefully this has been helpful. God bless. Go ahead and get your book on the road, get your sponsors in place, and get out there and get some listings. God bless.